nuts.
Great.
Perfect.
Anywho, welcome to session 2 of Descent into Avernus. Where we last left off, Zodge had just given y'all your first little mission, as it were, and you all are basically still, you are still in the camp. And I will say that just as you do, as you basically kind of exit Zodge's tent, you see, as Olga exits out of the tent, you see her suddenly fade out and disappear into like a quick gust of leafy wind, essentially.
Excuse me?
Yeah. And in her, she basically kind of does that. And in her place, you do see like a small little note that falls onto the ground. For those who go up to read it, the note reads, "BRB, gonna borrow this one for a second. Loves and kisses, Tatiana."
Tatiana? Oh.
Because that's her patron.
Well. Like the note right.
Well,
Poor Willie. Willie was like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to talk to Olga more and get to know Olga more." And then she,
yeah, fucking Enzo picks up the note and reads it, and then like looks at Willie, and presumably Fifi is like, "I guess it's just the three of us." If Fifi's still there.
And then Fifi, and then you look to see Fifi, and Fifi is already gone.
Fifi gets locked in jail because she says something.
No, there's a hole. She's dug a hole.
Actually, that is exactly what happens. You look to say, well, at least Fifi's here, and you look down and you see where there once was a Fifi, now stands a quickly, almost gopher, quickly, like, dug hole, essentially. And you also see a note outside of that hole that basically says, "Gonna be there on my own, guys. See you there." You find out that, until you then realize that Fifi did not, in fact, ask for what direction the Elf Song Tavern was. So, Fifi's just kind of going zigzaggy which way, like in a Bugs Bunny type of scenario, with like bumps, like a bump from where she's tunneling, and she's just knocking over shit as she's just going in different directions.
Well.
Are they expecting us to get this done with 2 people then? Or, uh-oh. I mean, I'm sure we can manage. You seem like a capable guy.
I can do the part that I was hired for, certainly. And I guess it's up to you to do the talking with Serena, then. You can handle that on your own, right?
Then I'm a great... Yeah. Yeah, we'll be fine then. Just the 2 of us.
Oh wait, I forgot to tell you about where are the other 2? So Sutton sees that the 2 other people that he hired are gone. And he's like, oh dear.
Enzo shrugs.
Okay, who do we have available? Let's see. He's looking over his ledger, and he's just sort of like, he's just sort of licking his thumb as he's flipping through, much as how I'm doing. So let's see. Where the let's see. Is Iseo around? No, he went to Waterdeep, sir. Okay, Manaqua is. What about her? Is she? She's up in Neverwinter, sir, on vacation. Of course she is. What about Nestletree? Out on an expedition. Soltis called out sick. Thalkara, then. What about Thalkara? Weightlifting competition. Of course she is. So.
Well, this is just unprofessional at this point.
Well, then who the bloody hell do we have left? Oliver is just kind of waving behind him. Sir, anyone else? Sir, if I can just. You, blacksmith over there, can you hold a sword? No. Right, is there a local mercenary group, other mercenary group that we can. Sir, if I can make a suggestion. Oliver, what are you doing? You already gave out the badges. You've done your duty for today. I know. I know. But if I could make if I could just point one thing out, I know I haven't necessarily done my first proving mission, my first combat mission. I know you've been wanting me to do that. This could potentially be a chance to maybe perhaps prove that. Maybe. Just a suggestion. Just a suggestion. And Zodge kind of just looks over Oliver and is just. He's sort of just doing that whole tongue to cheek sort of messing around in his mouth as he's just sort of mulling this over a bit. Uh-huh. You think you're ready for this, boy? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm more than happy do my good duty as a member of the proud flaming. Okay, you don't need to butter this up any more than you have to, boy. Just go ahead and get your sword and get ready. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I will. And he just sort of scurries off to get his sword and his shield. Alright, well, Oliver should hopefully take care of that. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And I'm ready, sir! And he's already come back with a big old backpack ready, and his sword and shield all tucked and nice and thoroughly strapped and prim and proper, and he's just stood still with a big smile on his face, kind of excited to do this. He's like, wow, you are really quick. I am. Alright. Off you go then. And Oliver's just like, he walks up to you and is like, right, I know exactly where the Elf Song Tavern is. If I guess I'll go ahead and show you the route. Wow, okay, this is first one. I mean, I guess if you wanted to go around the camp and get things. Also, do you need water, perhaps? Water? Can I get any of you two anything? Or wait, you two probably already have. Or maybe I should show you around the sites of. And you hear him just sort of jabber on about, like, he's just trying to sound proper, but he's just chattering away with just nervous energy.
He is adorable, and I love him.
Yeah, Willie kind of let him talk, and he's just kind of got this little smile on his face, like, aw, because he's deeply not amused, but like charmed by this guy. He's like, oh, this is just a good person, good, you know. Willie currently kind of lives on the streets of Baldur's Gate. He's not necessarily used to seeing good people, so it's kind of nice to see someone like Oliver.
I think it's like lets him ramble for like just an extra couple of seconds, but then he does kind of like just put a hand on his shoulder, and he's just like, Oliver, think the tavern is all we need, buddy.
Right. Thank you. All right.
And he gently like he gives him a hearty like pat on the back and says, "Lead the way, friend."
Sort of blushing with embarrassment on his part, he's sort of like, right. 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 So, off we go. And so you are all off to.
Wait, get up!
Yeah, he's leading the way. I'll go ahead and roll for the boy. Let's see if he actually does.
Oh no, buddy. Don't make him roll for things. Just give it to him.
This is his proving mission. He's got to prove.
No, he's already proved it. I love him.
He's proven enough to you how good of a boy he is, but he needs to prove how good of a boy he is to Zudge.
And fate.
Let's do. Okay, wisdom isn't necessarily his dump stat, so. Okay, he's got the. Okay, let's just. You know what? I'll do a favor. I'll do something in his favor. I'll give him one of my lucky d20s. Let's see how well he does with that. He doesn't do too bad. He got a 19. He didn't do too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Good boy.
Yep. So, and I'll go ahead and now I'll start showing the screen for the rest of you to see. I'll have to go ahead and yeah. So I'll go ahead and I guess I'll just have to.
I need to get a proper picture of my girl. I'm sorry I don't have one done yet.
What you have is fine. I'll just go ahead and do a quick one for. Since I don't have a knight token for Oliver, I'll just go ahead and. make him a dot. We'll make him blue. Why not?
Yeah, it matches with the rest of us.
I'm gonna look for a perfect.
Yeah, party.
Yeah, blue party. Blue. All the blue. There you go. Until a proper picture of Oliver comes up. So, other books as I grabbing this. So, okay, so just making sure there's no blurb. All right, so you finally come upon this this tavern, which, unlike the rest of Baldur's Gate, does seem to have a little bit of greenery in front of it, which is very odd considering how very fishy, ramshackly, and very poor looking it is. But you know, as
Derm. I just want to give you the heads up that we can see your Discord notifications.
Yes.
Which, like, doesn't matter for, like, your chats, but I don't know if anyone's going to be DMing you anything that you don't want seen.
That is very much that. How do I turn off Discord notifications? You know what? That's fine.
If you make yourself red, you might.
Yeah, I might just do that. Come on. Why is it just copying? Okay, do not disturb. There, I made myself red. There you go. I'm good. So, sorry about that. Anyways, so aside from the weird sights of greenery that you see outside of the Elf Song Tavern, you know, outside of that, however, The rest of the building architecture seems to fall in line with most of the rest of the city. It's your very atypical European-y sort of architecture. A little aged and weathering, and all that. And you three find yourselves outside of that. But, let's see. I'll just go ahead. I just gotta slip them through.
There I go.
Because that's where you are. But anyways, yeah, you find yourself outside of the tavern. Oliver just sort of looking at the rest of you, just sort of like, okay. So, so how are you all wanting to approach this? Should we just? I've never. Ooh, this is an adventure thing. Going into a tavern. I've heard all about this from the Yawning Portal books. This is, oh, I didn't think I'd ever get to do that. I didn't. Should I? Should I go in? No, no. Just rest of you. No, go on.
Oliver.
Yeah.
You can come in if you can stay calm and allow Willie to do the talking. Unless you have any information or approval with Tarina that could help us in the situation, then by all means, blabber away.
Oh no, she. I think she might. I am part of Zod's entourage, so she might know my face, as it were. She might. She's very scary. She's a very scary woman. She I don't think she likes me. Don't think she likes anyone.
Have you done something to slight her?
No. I don't think so. No. I hope not. I really wouldn't want to get on that woman's bad side. I actively try not to. And now I'm getting nervous again just talking away, so I'll go ahead and just zip my mouth.
Well, the good news is apparently she likes me. Lucky me. I've always been a fan of dangerous gals. Let's head in. He's just gonna stroll on in. He's got his little confident walk. He's very, very happy because it was mentioned. Oh, she liked me, or at least likes his performances. So that already that's put a bit of a spring in his step. Love that for him.
As far as Enzo knows, Tarina likes Willie, and Willie is the best chance at getting information from Tarina. So he's just gonna let Willie do his thing and go on.
You listen to your background music, King. Love that for you.
Good tavern stuff. I'm also going to share this in the thing, because this is important to what the Elf Song Tavern is. Because as you enter into the tavern, the first very noticeable thing that you hear is, of course, the song, the singing of an elven woman in the air. That seems to be kind of distant and kind of airy a little bit. So you are hearing the titular song, elven song that it gets its name from. So obviously it's spoken in Elvish. So to anyone who does not speak Elvish, you don't understand what they're saying. But let's see, unless either of you two know Elvish, which I don't think either of you two do.
Nerp.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, so you do not know what this woman is saying. However, as you listen closely to the song, however, you do kind of get a very sad feeling from it. Like you're sort of just sort of awash with just sort of a very sinking, sort of very sad and lonely feeling kind of listening to this woman sing, wherever she may be. The tavern itself seems to be very well kept, despite the little bit of the rundown appearance on the outside. The tables are immaculate and clean, despite the very old and shoddy appearance of some of the furniture. Manning the bar, you see a high elven man in sort of semi-ragged and sort of dirty work clothes. He seems to be kind of running the bar himself as he's handing drinks out to all the various tavern patrons that seem to be going about. And the one notable thing, however, that you see is you see two white hooded figures sort of they're looking as though that they're kind of waiting for someone, with the shortest one looking to the rest of you. That is you, honey. You're the shortest one.
Why am I looking at them?
Or right. Oh, I'm okay. Okay. So going to you.
These people.
I'm dumb. Anyways, so I forgot. Okay. Anyways, so cutting to you. So Puddles, you were contacted by your church.
Okay.
In sort of a last-ditch sort of effort by Zudge, having kind of just found out that two of his adventurers just kind of disappeared out of fucking nowhere, and with the only one going there being Oliver of all people, you could tell that the minute that these three sort of left, he didn't necessarily have that much confidence that they were going to succeed. So very reluctantly, he called upon the only church that would be willing to sort of work with the Flaming Fists, which would be the Church of Eldoth, your church specifically. Especially since your church has sort of a speciality with conflict negotiation and peace and that sort of delegation.
Mm-hmm.
So they called upon you and another one, a member of your church, to sort of go over there and just kind of make sure that this all goes right. You specifically were told to look out for one of the Flaming Fist being accompanied by a small toon-kind creature and a large lizard folk monk in dark clothing.
And there they are.
There they are. You see them coming in through the tavern door, just sort of taking in the tavern scenery as you're just kind of, you finally turn around after having just talked with the various other patrons about where to find these other three.
Oh man. My first D&D game. And my little character's first adventure. So, she turns around, and she sees them. And everyone might be in white, but she's totally in blue. Just so you know, she wears blue, because of waterfall, blues and greens.
Okay, my apologies.
It's okay. But she almost looks, she's so covered in clothing, she almost looks like a rogue or something. Like, everyone's in, like, a normal amount of religious clothing. She's, like, mummified almost in how much she's covered in clothing. So you see what looks like a child, smaller than a child, beside these other religious figures, just turn and give you guys, like, a hard look. And then she's standing in a chair. She's so small. And when she sees you guys, she leaps into the air silly high and lands in front of you.
Boing.
And it's like, you're the adventurers!
So yep, you see this tiny little thing just sort of make a leap
Willie.
and then land directly onto the table in front of you. Right in front of Willie.
Willie felt that, like, hard look for a moment and was about to look over, and then just the hop happens, and he's like, oh! You know, he does the, like, the like toon thing where when they're surprised, their whole body does like stretches in stiffness for a moment, and he like scoots back and be like,
And she gets a better look at him. She's
Goodness
like,
me, ain't you?
Wait a minute. You're Willie. You perform in the streets all the time. Oh, you're so good. I didn't know you were gonna be on this.
What? What? Wow! You. Oh gosh! And, you know, he's doing his little flustered, like does a little hand, like the little limp wrist, gay hand, like oh you, like.
And she
No,
grabs
I
it.
mean, yes,
She doesn't
that's
understand.
Me, I'm Willie.
She grabs his hand and starts shaking it vigorously. It's like, it's so nice to meet you.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I think Enzo might step forward because just because he knows like Willie was apprehensive about any sort of combat, and this frog did just kind of jump them at random.
So is Enzo gonna just kind of push Willie back and step in front of him?
Not like push away, but like push to come beside Willie, and maybe like put a hand on Willie's shoulder, like, hey, I'm 6 foot. Don't worry about it. And like all he'll say is, you seem to know us. You are?
She stands a little taller, so she's like 2.5 feet instead of 2 feet now. And like puffs her throat a little bit at the size of Enzo. She's like, well, I know him, but I don't know you. My name's Puddles.
Puddles.
I am here to help you on your missions. As a member of the church. Oh gosh, I forget my church's name.
You see, so behind you, as Puddle seems to be getting flustered on her lines,
Dang it!
you actually see this gargantuan white-robed figure kind of come up behind you, and he sort of just kind of takes off his hood, and you see the visage of this gargantuan Goliath man just sort of come up, whisper behind you, and it's just sort of like, we're members of the Church of Eldoth, young one. I know that this is a first mission for you, but just try to stay calm.
I know that. I know that. It's just stage fright. Eldoth. Of course it's Eldoth. I've lived here for like 10 years. I should know.
Forgive me, sister.
But yes, she shows off a pendant of the symbol. I am here to be your religious helper, and I'm very good at healing.
I want to say, because Enzo is familiar with Eloth, he sees that, and he'll give like a kind of quote unquote traditional Eldoth greeting, like one of those basics, like prayer be with you kind of things, whatever is applicable in Eldoth terms to her, like respect.
Aww. She absolutely, like, seems to relax a little bit at that, and naturally, in a more natural way, gives the greeting back with a big smile.
Enzo says, if you're here to help us, then you know we're meeting with someone, correct?
Yes, but I haven't been told the details.
Excuse me.
Oliver just slides in, like, I know this one, I can help.
Oh, right. Good tidings and good streams to you, O sister of Eldoth. Right, so, we're here to talk to, Right. The bandit woman. Bandit woman? Yes. Tarina. we're here to speak to Tarina about the cultists. The cultists of the Dead Three. Sorry, I guess I'm not the only one who forgot his lines there. Again, I should not be so informal in front of you, sister. Forgive me for my for my flustered words. I should be more proper in front of you. He sort of bows to you. Forgive me.
Oh, you're fine. I'm not the most formal of clerics. But she bows back.
Okay, good. Because I am... You know what? I'm just gonna go over to maybe get an ale.
Should he be going if he knows our mission so well?
Go. Go. It's too late. It's too late. Go.
Yeah, Enzo says, let him run this how he'd like to run it on his end.
The boy's not... He is...
Well, guy's a bundle of nerves, but I guess you'd get that. After all, this is his first mission, too.
Oh, I'll still do my best. Though I'm not a... We might be good at peacekeeping, but I'm not the best at speaking, just so you know.
That's okay. That's why they hired me.
Oh, good.
You see your Goliath companion that you came in with sort of dig something out of his robes. It's sort of as a stone that he kind of holds to his ear. Glows a little bit, and he's just sort of like, It seems I am needed elsewhere, small one. You can take care of this from here. Good luck.
Oh no. She looks alarmed for a moment.
And good tidings to you both. May the waters run free and clear for you both. And may your journey be peaceful. Good luck, Sister Puddles.
Thank you, and safe travels back.
And the Goliath walks out and leaves.
This is my first mission without a companion from the church.
Well, now we're your companions, ain't we?
Yeah, I guess so. So now what?
Pleasure to have you on board.
Thank you.
And her, so and he does puts his hand, over, above his eyes to do a little searching thing. And lifts an ear cartoonishly as if hearing out for who she is or where she is and stuff like that. He's doing his little searching.
Okay. So let's see. Let's see what sort of checks you all can do. Hi, Calvin. How are you doing? No, you can't make a check, little one. You're a moron.
No! He can make a check!
He'd be really good at checks, honestly. He's a cat.
He is a cat. So I guess, so Willie's just walking about, searching about. Any particular place Willie would like to start?
He's just trying to keep an eye out for, woman. Where is Scary Woman?
Okay, roll me an investigate check.
Okie dokie.
Oh! Okay.
I'm gonna spend this whole session covered in cats.
That is an unnatural 20 because I got a 16 and my investigation's 4.
Okay. I mean, hey, if it adding up to 20 is still a 20.
Yeah, I rolled my physical die. Whee!
So, from what you have found out, you sort of kind of wiggle your way around the bar a little bit. You sort of whisper in on these folks. You see that they're playing a game of Baldur's Bones. You don't really bother them too much. But eventually you do kind of, you do kind of walk around them a little bit and sort of hear rumors about a talk of a rather rude patron that's upstairs who they claim, quote unquote, that stupid elf bitch always keeps cheating at dice. So you can only kind of assume that that Tarina is said elf bitch who always cheats at dice.
Such rude language people as have.
Well, to be fair, the others were kind of chastising that particular person. The halfling in blue here, mostly because, well, he just sucks at dice. Or they're just saying, well, you're just mad because you just had bad luck at dice. And it turns into a whole jovial, jiving sort of thing from there. But you do know now that she is likely upstairs. What does Enzo do?
He probably waits for Willie to report back. Because he doesn't know what Tarina looks like. Past what was described, he probably stayed there at his table, or at the table, and was keeping an eye out, not really actually looking around, like Willie did, like walking around everyone. He kept to his table, and he just kind of like did a scan of the tavern.
What about Puddles? What did Puddles do? Does she want to also make an investigation check?
Yeah. She'll be kind of just following his lead. Oh my gosh, how do I do anything, guys? Help.
Okay,
I'm
so
kidding.
You're wonderful. I love you.
let's see. So just look at investigate. So what number is by investigate?
Where is investigate again? That's the problem.
That is.
Is it in the little?
Yeah. Your cursor's over that.
Oh, there
it's
it
on
is.
the list. Yeah.
So I just roll +1.
Yeah, it's a D20 +1.
Should I try my physical dice again, even though every time I've rolled them, they've given me so many ones?
In order for them to get used to you, hun, you gotta roll them. You have irritable dice, hun. The only way to get irritable dice over it is you kind of have to roll them yourself.
Which one do I roll for it?
D20.
D20.
So one of these fellows.
Yeah, the big one.
Big one.
14.
14, 15?
No, 14 when I add the 1.
Oh, 14 when you add the 1?
Yeah.
So you're kind of following Willie's lead, just sort of hopping about.
She's just following him along, following behind him.
While you're kind of bugging other people as you're kind of hopping about, you're really just kind of hopping about a bit and leaping. You kind of hear murmurs of someone upstairs too, although people are a lot less willing to talk around in front of you because they see this. Well, I mean, not only are you a religious figure, but you're also this weird frog toad thing, or this weird toad thing.
Excuse me, I'm a frog?
To them. But anyways, they see this little frog / toad thing just sort of hopping about, and they're a little nervous about talking around this weird little thing to them. But I mean, you get about as much, minus the whole description of cheating dice elf bitch. You do recognize that they are upstairs.
So she jumps over to Enzo very importantly. It's like, there's noises upstairs. She thinks she found all the secrets.
Immediately after Willie walks over and is just like, well, she's upstairs.
Enzo absolutely opened his mouth to say, it's a tavern. People stay upstairs. And then Willie came by and said that, and he's like, all right. And he tells her, looks like your intuition was spot on.
She puffs up a little bit.
I adore her so much. Oh, but Enzo gets up and says, "Upstairs, then."
Yes.
Up the stairs we go. Are you guys wanting to? Do you want to stick behind me a little, or do you want to be like right up with me, like my entourage? I mean, I don't know if like having a bodyguard would put her off necessarily. So maybe we ought. And he's thinking.
And you see Oliver kind of running by, saying, "Okay, so after drinking a couple of people under the table, which okay, but I found out that she's actually upstairs at a private table that she's at, and why? What?
You're too late. I already found out where it was.
Damn it."
Enzo pats him on the shoulder and says, "Good try, sport."
You
Wait,
are
we
gonna
don't-
be okay there, buddy? How many drinks did you have to
He's wiggling his fingers.
He's wiggling his hands, like he's just wiggling his palm, just like this many.
Just all 5 fingers wiggling.
To be fair, I was able to keep up with the dwarven man, thank you very much. He was actually quite proud of me for doing that. And then I accidentally spilt pretzels
admittedly,
over
I'm
his
a little
beard.
proud of you for that too.
And then I spilt pretzels over his beard. And that, he laughed at that, but only before then getting a little mad at it, but then laughed. So, I think I just need I need to just sort of relax a moment.
Yeah, why don't you have a seat, bud? Here, watch our table while we talk to the lady that you're very scared of.
Right.
So you definitely shouldn't come along.
I should just sit here on. Okay, I'll just sit here, just away from the chandelier light. I'm good. Okay.
Sit there, have a water.
Maybe we should get him in a more comfortable seat.
No, I'm good. And you see him just sort of like, he's just, a waitress just sort of comes by and sort of hands him a clear fizzy drink with what looks to be sort of like a tree branch sticking out of it. She sort of comes over to Willie over here and is just sort of like, just gonna give him a little bit of the kiss of the good berry. Might sober him up a little bit.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Is there anything I can do in return, or is that on the house? Either way, thank you so much.
The dwarven gentleman at the bar already paid for it. He wanted to also, quote, say, "Sorry for leaving the kid all barfy and bruised. Drink is on me." So, you're good.
What a gentleman! Well, thank you so much for delivering the message, ma'am.
Yeah, no problem. So, now you are just walking.
Willie just grins at the others like, well, let's get going. And he's leading the way again.
I mean, did he still have the question earlier about how close we need to follow behind?
Oh.
Or
yeah, they can tackle that while they're walking.
So you all are walking. I'll go ahead and do.
Puddles does
so
not
he's like,
walk around
"So
things,
you're gonna
she just hops
float
over them.
Oh, Puddles.
So I guess maybe stay at a distance? Maybe, I don't know.
So Puddles at a distance, Enzo behind?
That sounds good to Puddles.
We're just, yeah.
Enzo and Enzo will say, "How close we stay is a little dependent on your comfort, friend. She is a spy that appears to have some anger issues. I suspect she is good at her job. So if things go awry, I don't know how much being a fan will protect you here. But
Yeah, but I mean, I know how to hold my own pretty well too.
I mean, Enzo thinks about how Willie was pretty uncomfortable with the whole mission at first. But he just says, all right.
It'll be all right. Let's get moving. And he's basically just says like, you guys can maybe sit in another table or just keep enough distance that we don't look like you're spying on me, I guess.
So you don't want us around at all.
I don't want her to think you're spying on us. That'd probably just make a, ants on edge.
Doesn't that mean we should be closer so it looks like we're all the same group?
What Willie wants is for us to look like two separate parties, and for us to look completely uninvolved.
Huh. Do we know what it's like upstairs? Do I know what it's like upstairs? Have I ever been to this bar before?
Let's see. Just reading ahead a little bit. So, elf song tends to be a little bit, kind of, a little bit beyond your usual goings too. I mean, you know of it. I mean, who doesn't? It's a song that's very famous, or it's a tavern that's very famous for the ethereal sounding elven ghost woman singing in the tavern.
Which she can understand.
Which you can understand because you speak Elvish. In fact, it's, you more than anyone can just sort of really feel that sorrow of that spirit singing. You have asked multiple times if, like, hey, do you think our church might be able to, do you want us to expel the spirit? Or, to which the bartender basically has told you, nah, don't worry about it. The spirit doesn't seem to be harming anyone. She just seems to be singing. It's fine. It seems wrong to tell her to go now.
So yeah, it makes sense for Puddles to ask, would this work? Do we know how big the upstairs is? Or the layout or anything? Does it make sense for two parties to go up there?
It depends on if... Hold on. And can Enzo actually go to the bartender really quick?
Sure. So,
Enzo just stepping over Puddles.
Yeah.
you make sure to walk around. It's polite.
He leans over the bar and he says, "Hello, friend. Is there some more private drinking space upstairs, or is it just rooms up there?"
You see him just sort of like, as he's sort of cleaning a drink, and he's sort of yelling at the back of the kitchen to hurry up with that order on the back of the bar, and he sort of looks back at you and is just sort of like, oi, sorry about that. And when he turns back at you, you see what, upon closer look, again, you see bartender, looks like a high elven man, but has obviously, weirdly enough, he's got stubble on his face, which, a lot of high elven men don't tend to let their faces grow that sort of rough sort of stubble. You see his hair just sort of all messed up and, messy and crazy and barely sort of contained by the hairnet he seems to kind of have. But he's looking over at you and is, but anyways, with stained food surfacey working clothes aplenty, he looks over and is just, right, what was that?
Oh no.
And so, points up and says, upstairs, is there any more, private drinking space maybe, or is it all just rooms to stay in?
Oh no, there's a whole bunch of bloody long tables up there. Usually they kind of use them for big event sort of things, or if she decides to have one of her games. But outside of that, there are rooms there. Yeah, if you're wanting. Are you looking for a room?
No, friend. I'm sorry though. She?
Yeah, that's Serena. She is a bit of a dice shark. That one always leaves a bunch of grumpy, sullen faces after she's done with one of her games.
I see. Are these open invitation or?
So, sorry, I need to just make sure if mic is coming clear.
Oh,
Dell, is this coming in clear for you?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was just my fucking connection did shit.
It's okay. It's okay. Anyways, just to repeat what Alan said, Alan basically said, yeah, she's upstairs. There's a lot of tables and also rooms. Would you like a room? And that's where we're at now. So, and he was asking if these games were open invitation. To which Alan now responds, I guess she's usually willing to take about anyone, though I wouldn't recommend it. She's wily, that one, and also has a bit of a quick temper when she loses. If she ever loses.
Enzo will nod and laugh, saying, "Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm so bad at dice. Don't have to worry about making her upset."
It's probably none of my business why you're going up there asking of her. Just whatever you're doing, don't mess up my bar.
I can promise you that won't be happening. Don't worry. And then Enzo will order a small drink, just something quick and easy.
Ah, right. Just he sort of quickly grabs. He hands you a very small glass of a very quick ale. It's very basic ale. It's not even really the strongest. It's basically the equivalent of a shot of fantasy vodka, essentially.
That works. Just didn't want to bother him without buying anything.
That'll be 3 coppers.
And Enzo slides over 3 coppers. I will do the math on that later.
Right. So, anyways, so you do that, and I assume you just take a sip of the drink and walk off?
Yeah, he'll come back and he'll tell Puddles and Willie the rundown, like, so upstairs there are some longer tables for events. And Tarina is also up there. Usually when she's up there, she has her table open for dice games. So, going up in separate parties, if you want to get closer, you go up alone. Puddles and I can come in a little later, acting as if we just have interest in one of her games.
Oh, that works.
Okay. So I guess Willie is the first one to walk up first. So we'll just go ahead and slide over to this second floor here. I'll go ahead and take Willie's token. And he's the first one up. Boop, boop, boop. you are. And, you know, as Alan had said, you do see a rather large table with a lot of individuals playing the titular game Baldur's Bones. With one woman just sort of laughing at her victory with her rather big pile of coin. With one rather large orc man just sort of like, okay. And we'll pause on that.
I love these maps. They're so cute.
Oh, yay. I see map. And
Cool.
my connect has been switched, so hopefully it doesn't go as bad as fast. Oh, fucking no.
Okay. No worries. So, anyways, with the scene that you're seeing, you see her playing a round of Baldur's Bones with a full table of people. Her pile of coin being rather large, so it was no exaggeration that she was good at Baldur's Bones. One rather large orcish man gets rather particularly mad at the fact that, you know, he has now lost so much, even so much as the shirt off his back. And he sort of just stomps over to this woman and just goes right up to her face and is like, he's like, "You cheating bitch! Your dice are loaded! I knew it! I know you have fucking loaded dice! Just, okay, friend, let's not get all in a tather here. You're just being a rather big sore loser. So why don't you just go ahead with your tail between your legs and just calmly walk." And as this orc man is about to throw the punch, she's just, you know, she's like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess you're doing that now." And grabs the orc's arm just sort of in mid-punch and just sort of flips him right over her shoulder and causes him to crash into the wall behind her. Okay. All right, anyone else?
Billy just wolf whistles, just.
You know it. Anyways, go tell one of the bouncers downstairs to go clean up the trash, will you? All right, anyone up for another game, or? And the rest of the table is just sort of like, just waving their hands like, no, okay, we're good, we're good. And you see pretty well most of the table just sort of pick up their dice and just sort of walk off, with her just sort of alone at the table, just sort of smug with her big smile, just continually just sipping her big ale. Another good night. And she just sort of takes that big old pint and just sort of chugs it down.
Willie strolls up to the table and is like, "What, everyone else at the table a coward? No one here got the guts to face you?"
Excuse me, Okay. Big one. And she sort of looks at you and is just sort of like, "Wait a minute. The little fella along the street, I know you. What was your name again? Willie Wonderful.
That's
Yeah.
me, ma'am.
Yeah. I should have known better. I should have. It's pretty hard not to see one of your kind around here. No, have a seat. Have a seat.
He does so. He happily hops to his feet, and he puts his little hands in front of him on the table, and he's like, So I heard you got quite a reputation around here. Let's say I wanted to play a game with you. Just for fun. Nothing really to bet. Maybe except, spending a little more time with you.
Ah. If only you were about a good couple 100 years older. Yeah, but
come on.
but you're
we
sweet.
live a long time. I'll get there,
Oh, I'm sure you do. Or you would. I'm pretty sure your U-Tune folks live a little bit of a while. By the way, do Puddles and Enzo eventually make their way up the stairs?
Oh my gosh.
Enzo heard everything and he's covering Puddle's ears. Actually, though,
yeah.
Would it be more possible for us to sort of hide and listen at the stairs, or is how it's set up like we can't do that? It's too obvious.
I mean, as long as you're like in the mid-step, maybe. Like if you were just here.
And could we, since they're the only two up there, could we hear them speaking relatively clearly?
Oh, you can sure as hell hear Tarina talk. She's a boisterous woman. So
yeah. Well, she's the important one. Willie can fill in any other blanks later, but because if that's the case, I don't want to. I don't know what Puddles wants to do, but I know spy work, and I don't want to fuck with Willie's game. So I'm content to sit there and listen. As long as Puddles is.
Yeah, Puddles is probably into following others' cues right now, since this is her first mission. So she'd just sort of sit down and bundle up into this tiny frog ball, basically.
she could probably go up a couple more stairs, plus her heart, because she's so small.
Right.
Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll cut.
Love that for her.
So anyway, she's just looking at you and is just sort of like, so what exactly brings you into a place like this?
Good ale, good company. Maybe a new spot to perform at if I can charm my way into the good graces of the owner.
Oh, you're gonna have to be singing over the star of the show of this place.
Hey, I'm a fan of duets.
Well, you better brush up on your Elven then.
It can't be too hard. I'll find a book, read it nice and long all night,
Oh, a studious one, are you?
Well, I might not be as old as you're interested in, but I am definitely experienced.
You're cute. But something tells me you have something just a little bit more serious to talk about here. As she's sort of looking at you with just a slightly more stern look.
Yeah, figured you'd probably be able to tell. Probably not a fan of beating around the bush, huh?
Well, it seems rather obvious what the situation is. I mean, what are the literal chances of my favorite little street performer coming to see me personally? It ain't because you've always had a crush on me, dear. I know that much.
Well, hey, I might not have always had a crush on you, but I can start now.
But I have a feeling that Stick in the Mud Zodge sent you here.
Unfortunately, a bit of an ass, that guy, ain't he?
That he is. Excuse me. So.
Is
what
that
a woman.
in character? Or are you in trouble?
No, that's me acting and also maybe burping.
Okay.
I'm method. Anyways, so she sort of takes just another swig of her pint. Look, I owe a lot of money to a lot of people. A lot of dangerous people. Some of which are coming tonight. Coming tonight to take my head. And I've kind of always known it was eventually going to come. So I'm figuring you're here about that cult that's been around, making noise every which place. I can tell you what I know. I've got it in good with old Thousand Eyes over at the Thieves Guild. So I know I have my network of ears, so to speak. And I'm more than willing to tell you what I know if you can somehow have me survive the night.
Oh, darling, and used to spend all night with you? Now you're just too good to be true.
There's no turning that off with someone like you, is there?
Not with a gorgeous stunner like you in front of me there, ain't?
But do that, and I'm more than willing to tell you just about everything I know.
Got yourself a deal, miss.
And she just sort of slams her tankard. I wish I had a heavier tankard to make that thunk. But anyways, so there you go. Anyways, so she makes that thunk of her tankard, and she's just sort of like, good. You can go ahead and tell your entourage that. Figured they wouldn't have sent you alone here.
You'd be surprised. Zaj has a lot of faith in me and my big muscles. You want to feel them?
And she just sort of laughs. Oh, you are just as adorable as I thought you would be.
Aw, shucks. You know, genuinely, job aside, if you just asked for help, would have helped. I'm not exactly keen on people getting killed out of nowhere. If...
Comes with the job, sweetie. Comes with the job. I've lived a very long life with a big, long list of lies that sometimes just kind of eventually come up to bite you. Mine's is just coming, you know?
Yeah, trust me, I know a thing or two about the past wanting to bite you in the ass. You're gonna make it through the night, okay? 'Cause I'm a damn genius. And I promise I'll keep you safe.
Let's hope that you and your little entourage do.
Well, it'll mostly be me. And, if you're interested in hazard pay, and maybe a kiss.
And here I thought bards would be smooth.
Come on, smooth is too easy. They always see it coming. No, you can't be smooth. You gotta be charming.
So anyways, by the way, and again, since Puddles and Enzo are down below, just sort of listening in on this, you all get that information too. So until her visitors come to claim what's theirs, so to speak, let's see, I guess you all are free to kill a little bit of time at the tavern while you wait.
It's taking everything in Enzo to not go and disrupt Willie's game now, because now Tarina knows that he's here with someone else probably, and it's not going to actually fuck up a deal because they know the terms of it. He kind of wants to be a little shit and be like, so you and your big muscles, you're gonna take the lead, right? Right?
I mean,
I don't need
please.
my 6-foot ass doesn't need to be here, right?
So does Enzo
I can
actually do
leave.
that?
Please do
My
that.
monk ass can leave.
So does Enzo do that?
Please.
You know what? Yeah. he gestures to Puddle. He rolls his eyes again, and gestures to Puddles like, "Come on, we can go up there now." She knows. And he does call out to Willie. So Willie, considering how much faith Zodge has in you, you don't need me here with you, correct? I can go ahead back to the camp while you hold down the fort here with your big muscles, correct?
Willie says this for a moment, and he just looks back at Enzo, and he's like, "Hey, buddy! Wow, you made it just in time. You hurt there?"
I did. Smooth.
Not smooth. Charming. He hops off the stool, and he's like, "Well, I mean, I'd appreciate the help, but you're right. I could do it on my own. You know, I am more than capable. But you know, you'd be missing out on all the good payment you'd get for this mission if you stuck around."
And so, nods.
So-
Well, it's a good thing I don't quite value gold that much, so it turns around.
Willie's like, no.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
But he says, but he looks to Tarina and he says, if you have a description, I will keep an eye out downstairs.
Well, let me see. Let me try to remember his ugly mug. I am about a good couple of flagons in. Okay, now I remember. Lecker Deadeye. The eye patch is kind of hard to miss. He's, if you think I'm boisterous. But human man. Messy dark hair. Rags covered up in a couple of patches of armor here and there. Real classical bandit type, if you catch my drift. And with the rotting smell in his breath to boot. I'd be careful, considering he might be coming in with a bit of an entourage of his own.
Do you have an idea how many? I know you're a few drinks in.
No, hey.
Hiccups are not an answer, though.
Hey, 400 years I have always been able to hold at least 3 flagons worth of drink, thank you very much. But, if I were to take a guess, he usually doesn't keep a crew of any less than about 11 or so, and he probably wouldn't bring the entire thing. So, he'd probably only bring about 7 of his other flackies and keep the others on his ship.
Oh, Jesus, that's still a lot. Fuck. That's not in character, that's just me.
Yeah. I can
And
go for it.
Enzo's all cool, and he nods like, understood. I'm a cool monk and I can do anything.
Piles is nervous.
Zodge has faith in my big muscles.
Willie hides his own nerves by just scoffing and shrugging and being like, I've handled a tough crowd before.
Puddles is like, I can heal twice, guys.
Something tells me I only have the spell slots to do this like twice.
It's okay, I
Look,
also
I
know what
practice
healing
every
spells.
day.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I feel like my god would only let me do this twice. Just to cover
It's
things up.
okay. I can hit stuff really good. A couple times.
I'm good.
Oh, I
with
can
the
also
sword.
heal myself. I got this.
And Oliver down at the like, and I'm good with the sword.
Oh yeah, Oliver's here.
And drunk.
I hope he sobered a little.
Oh, I'll go check on him. and unless,
Thanks,
yeah.
thanks, Enzo. I believe in you and your big muscles.
You and your big muscles do well up here. You're our last line of defense.
Trust me, I'm working my magic. It'll be fine.
Is Puddles
Keep
gonna follow
working
Enzo,
it.
or is Puddles gonna stay up here with Willie?
She's gonna stay with Willie, and she is here to protect with healing.
Yep.
Gets in between Tarina and Willie while Willie's still trying to flirt.
Well, where do you want Puddles to be?
Listen, Willie.
I actually like the idea of her sitting on the corner of the table between them, not realizing she's getting in the way of Willie's game.
She sits in between them and she's like, oh yeah, you can't touch me, by the way. You can't get any closer than what you are right now.
Yeah,
I'm
be
very
careful,
poisonous.
I'm poisonous.
Is
Like,
that?
oh, that's good to know.
Oh right, Is that a fucking frog?
I am a cleric.
Her name's Puddles.
Okay.
And yes, she is a cleric.
Oh, okay, good. So I can still have a couple more pints. I haven't taken too many yet.
You know, there's other ways to celebrate, your potential last day alive.
Willie, please.
Willie, now. You push it.
Listen. Currently, it's a game. If she gave him a hard ass no, he would stop. But currently, it's the flirting game.
Doing it to an NPC, so technically this is allowed. I mean, I guess if you're wanting to roll something, I guess a persuasion check.
Oh man, now we're playing it serious.
If you want to lean into the horny bard stereotype, you can, I guess. Persuasion.
Hey, do you wanna know what I just got?
Oh no.
Just roll.
Natural 1.
I got an 18. I got an 18 because I got my persuasion. So it was 15 plus 3. That's an 18. It's an 18.
Tree, how's Dermis looking right now?
No, his expressions. He's just kind of squirming right now.
Okay. So
You have to fucking roleplay the sex
So.
scene, but
no,
random fact.
I know the rule. Look, I know the rules. We talked about it in session zeros. It would just be like a fade to black sort of thing. That's how I always play it. Because, I'm sorry, but Dermis don't play those types of RPGs. I don't. I play Dark, but I don't do those.
Derm, you're so valid.
Yeah.
I love you. If you're uncomfortable, by the way,
But
you
no.
can just say so. Like, you don't have to
Okay.
do
Really
anything.
uncomfortable.
So she just sort of looks at you with just sort of a bit of a surprise, Willie, and sort of gets up from her table, or gets up from her seat, walks over and is just kind of right next to you. And she's just sort of like, honey, if I survive the night and you're able to make it so that I come out of here alive, then I'll rock your toon little world by the end of this night.
La, 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 la. I don't need to hear this.
Willie's got the like big grin in his heart, does the like cartoon thumps out of his chest thing,
Oh,
and he's like, "Oh, Thyoga, you keep sweetening the deal."
Don't let me down.
I've never been a down. He's genuinely like.
Okay, Puddles is
Okay.
gonna leave. Puddles is going over to the top of the stairs and sitting about where she did before, and is just guarding that area. It's like,
She's
yep,
like, I don't need to hear
this
this.
is a good
I don't
spot
need to
now.
hear this.
This,
I am a good
I'm a good
no
little
horny
elbow.
in my Christian Minecraft cleric. No horny.
this is a good, useful spot for protecting them. Yes.
Also, okay, so we have to make sure Tarina dies tonight. Got it.
Oh, that would make Willie so sad, though.
Well, I mean,
I am
guess
just
you know-
kidding. We're
okay.
not going. We are going to protect Tarina. If she does die, it will not be on purpose.
Yeah, I will say it's probably better that Puddles goes downstairs because I mean, if the big guys are entering down there, you might need healing available as fast as possible.
Actually, Enzo does have something that can heal himself. I forgot he does, but like,
Still,
I can only do it once. I
bonus
think, though.
healing. There was
Yeah, I can
probably
only do
like
one.
7 guys.
Yeah, there's 7 guys.
the turn economy. But luckily, to even this out, because I know
I
that
have
this part,
Oliver.
well, you have Oliver and the many patrons of the bar to help you out.
Oh, true.
Nice.
Because I know how to even this encounter out because look,
It's just Enzo.
well, that
Enzo and his big muscles.
so his big muscles, and also because I know how notorious this first section is in Descent into Avernus, and I've accounted for that.
Oh
So-
no, that's scary.
Anyways, so Enzo, how do you spend your time in the tavern? I know you went downstairs to check on Oliver.
Yeah, well, first I check on Oliver, make sure he's, conscious.
He is. You kind of see him just sort of weaning a bit of a headache, just sort of sipping that goodberry drink. Just sort of.
Cool. You sober now?
Hurts a lot. Hurts a lot. Should not have taken dwarven ale. Should not
shouldn't
taken,
have.
I shouldn't have. That was a bad idea.
It was.
Oh,
And now,
good.
it's a lesson for the future.
Goodberry sting. Why is it
That
called goodberry if it sting?
This is bad berry.
Because it's good for you.
Why did the things that are good for you taste terribly?
Because you have to actually learn your lesson and not get into drinking competitions with dwarves on your first proving mission.
I screwed that up, didn't I?
You didn't screw anything up. He pats him on the shoulder. You're fine. Just something to note for next time. You need to know, when to pull back. For now, though, you need to sober up. Because we'll be doing some fighting tonight.
He just chugs the rest of his drink. Okay, good. You see him just sort of a spark of magic sort of come out of him, just sort of like, okay, ow, that's how all the good berries work. Wow. Okay, those are good berries. Okay, I'm good.
You guys it's pretty beautiful to watch this in person, by the way. He does so much physical acting acting. It's great.
I'm so good. I'm good. Okay. Where are they?
wish
I'm.
Oh my god.
I'm good. Okay. Where do I?
Hold on, friend. And he like puts both his hands on Oliver's shoulders and sits him back down.
Oh. Okay.
They're not here yet. I'm going to give you a description.
Okay.
But before I do that, you're going to promise me you will not act rashly if you see someone who matches this description.
Right. Down. Right. It's just got to be down low. Got it. Down low. Okay. Right. So on. Got to keep it low. Keep it cool. Keep it cool.
Mm-hmm. And he'll fill Oliver in like, we're going to protect Tarina tonight. These people are coming here to hurt her. We need to make sure she stays alive at whatever the cost tonight, so that we can get the information we need. And that's going to mean fighting and probably killing these assholes who are here to kill Tarina. And Enzo will add, what we want them to do is we want their leader to come in, and we want to get a good idea of how many are with him before we jump in.
Right.
Unless they try to pass puddles.
Right. Okay. So I should just a little bit over to here. This table, right? Hold on.
And so nods and says, yes, that's a good table.
Okay. All right. I got it. I shouldn't be yelling in a bar.
Yeah. Enzo does the motion where like he has his hand up like above his head, and then like kind of gently like pushes it down, like just volume a little lower, friend. Like,
all right.
Just a gentle reminder.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's giving a thumbs up, by the way, over and over again.
He's sort of gesturing his thumbs, just sort of like, yeah, okay, good.
I love him so much, and so we'll give him a thumbs up, and then he will go sit at the table opposite him, I think.
Right on this table.
Yeah, right
Do
there.
not associate with me.
No, we're getting coverage, okay? It's called coverage.
Okay.
You know what? That's smart.
With Willie
So that
just still swooning away.
yeah, because we've got puddles at the entrance, and then us two at these tables before he gets there. So like if dude that's matching the description in his entourage comes up, like me and Oliver get up and we block.
Okay. So I guess are you all ready for...
Puddles might climb up the wall and sit at the ceiling upside down.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put you up on a chandelier.
Well, in the stairway, she's like a little tucked away guard.
Okay, so are you?
So like basically the same
Guard
place, but
boil.
just keep aware she is now upside down on the ceiling.
You got it. All right. Okay, so let me... Got you the next bit that I'm supposed to read out. So, when you wait for the tavern... Okay, so, next one reads... 8 motley humans saunter into the tavern. The leader is a brawny man with a cloudy right eye, a cruel sneer, and a pirate-like swagger. The others are an unsavory, rowdy bunch who act as if they own the place. "We're looking for an old friend of ours," says the dead-eyed man. He sniffs the air. "Goes by the name of Tarina, or so I'm told. She loves to cheat at Baldur's Bones."
Enzo will speak up and say,
So
"Afraid I've never heard of her. Think you've got the wrong tavern."
many
over
men.
here. A lot of bandits. So you see him just sort of come up as he's sort of over here, and he sort of looks over to you and sort of approaches you.
And Enzo has his quarterstaff out and all. Like he's had it out prepared.
Okay, he has it out prepared.
Yeah. So like he just has his weapon out. Like just saying, like he's not like actively about to punch him just yet, but he does have it out. He's ready to fight when that time inevitably comes. but right now he's just looking up and I'm like, nope, never seen her. Perhaps you should try a different tavern.
Or perhaps someone. Excuse me. I wonder if the other patrons of this tavern think the same way. I got 500 gold. 500 gold right now on the spot. Is there anyone here who can tell me the location of that fucking Baldur's Bone cheating bitch?
I'm assuming that Willie can definitely hear this.
He's bolstering about it.
Guy's loud.
Yep.
Yeah, so I want to say that Willie goes to the stairs and is like, well, it's showtime, babe. And, he's just quietly going down the stairs to go next to Puddles. Like, okay, it's time. It's time now.
Oh. Okay. There you go. There you go. You're right behind. Well, you're right underneath Puddles because Puddles is on the ceiling.
Puddles, nervously takes out a short bow that looks like a long bow when she holds it. And she's like, I've never actually fought before.
You're gonna do great, gal, alright? Nothing to worry about.
Anyone!
Can Willie step into the room just like, alright, what's going on out here?
So you're good? Over here?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And you just sort of look over to you, and it's just sort of like, just looking for a friend of mine who happens to owe me a certain something. Maybe you'd be willing to help. Hmm?
Yeah, sure. Who's your friend?
Big, overly muscled elven bitch. Shaggy blonde hair, always has a pint in her arm. Cheats at Baldur's...
No, can't...
Cheats at Baldur's Dice?
No, I can't say I've seen her. I know what you're talking about, but I can't say I've seen her here.
Okay, make a... I'm sorting through all sorts of books. Boom, 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 boom. This is what I gotta do all the time. Make a deception check.
I keep getting really lucky rolls. Okay, this is either a really good d20 or you're gonna think I'm lying, but I do... So I got a 16, but my deception is 5, so that would technically be a 21.
I know that this is gentleman's rules, and I know you would not lie to me, so I'm going to trust you on that. So... So he just sort of look back, and he just sort of looks at the rest. Of his men, and is just sort of like, okay, now I have to look up what he does when... Okay, that's a different thing.
Do you want beef stroganoff or beef roast?
Oh, stroganoff would be good. Sorry, dinner plans.
Yay, dinner!
That was dinner plans for me.
Yay, dinner!
Yay, dinner. Alright, let's see. Alright, then. If that's the case, then you won't mind if 2 of my men check upstairs.
I mean, they could, but I gotta warn ya, I just got done laying some, let's just say some, real nice pipe, and it's kind of a mess. I broke a table, I'm gonna have to pay for that, and, you know, it's... I mean, it's a little embarrassing. I mean, if you guys really want to go up there after what I did, I mean, trust me, it's a mess. You can get stuff on your shoes.
Another deception check.
What? And so, like, speaks up and nods. You know, he's right. I've seen him work. He's...
Oh, you're adding a...
I don't know if you want to go up there after he's been working.
Okay. Well, technically, since Enzo helped, that would mean you have advantage on the roll.
So does that mean I roll twice and whichever one's higher?
You roll twice and take the higher, yeah.
Yeah.
So my first roll was a 7, not great. My second roll was another 16.
Amazing.
So one of the men just sort of goes back and just sort of... I don't know, sir. It's just sort of... The fuck are you talking about? Get... Fine. You. You go up there then. I don't know, sir. I can just... And he's sort of just glaring at this other guy, and he's just sort of like, alright, okay.
No, Enzo will stay down here. Never mind.
Willie sees him going and is like, okay, if you're really gonna go up into that mess I made, at least let me escort you through it. I might be able to point out the areas you can step between.
No. Stay a while.
Oh gosh, I wish Puddles was on the other side of the door right now.
And and Deadeye sort of grabs onto your shoulder and is just gripping onto it hard.
Willie grins. Willie grins is like, "Oh, rough grip you got there. Hey, why don't we make a mess sometime?" And he winks.
Can she try to sneak after him into the... Or... Gosh, she
No,
is a cleric!
say,
She's not gonna
Puddles.
make a sneak attack!
Puddles.
Oh my gosh!
I was gonna
You want a
say,
sneak attack?
you love him. Why don't you just shoot him from above?
Oh
Yeah,
no!
actually.
Honey, okay, so this might be DM meta-knowledge sort of stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, you're a grung.
She is a grung, but you have to remember, I roleplay, and she is afraid of using her poison. She does have an arrow, though.
She does have an arrow. So are you
She-
wanting to shoot at him?
And she's right. Here's the thing. Yeah, he's going up the stairs. She's right above him. She'd have like point blank aim at this guy.
Oh,
She would she still have like some kind of sneak attack thing because she's unseen, or is that only a rogue thing?
only a rogue thing, but I would say that she would have advantage because upside down cover sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Her mind is racing because
So-
she is a cleric. She is not a fighter, but she knows the situation. She can see it clearly.
okay.
So she,
So
with
since you
trembling
roll for
hands,
advantage, you roll 2 of these fellas.
she's
and you pick the higher
trembling
number.
hands. She is cocking her bow, and she's like, "Eldhoff, forgive me." Oop. One rolled far away, but there's a natural 20 here.
Oh, then never mind. That means you just crit it. Okay. Let me check how much a bandit is worth, because I think since you got him in his head, you might have just one-shotted him. Roll for damage.
Okay, what is...
Look up your short bow.
Let me see.
It should be on your character sheet.
Oh, not that.
Yeah. Yep, 1d6.
Which one is the d6?
That is just, it's like loop dice, hun.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
I've never had physical loop dice. So this is the d6.
No, not that one.
No.
This one.
That.
It's 1d4, you said?
Oh, that 1d6.
Oh, 1d6.
Yes.
And since it's a crit, that would mean double, wouldn't it?
Yep.
A 3. And a 3.
So 6 plus your proficiency, because I think it's plus dex.
Plus dex?
Mm-hmm. Your dex modifier.
3.
So 6 plus 3, 9. And since you already did crit, that means you rolled twice.
That's how I got the 6.
That's how you got to 6.
I don't tend to roll high.
And, yeah, 11. I am going to say that since you were able to do it from on high, basically upside down, and basically directly on this fucker's brain, right on his brain pan, you have essentially just, like, you just stab the guy right through the head as it just goes right through his skull, out through his jaw, and that bandit falls to the floor and is very dead.
She covers her eyes and has a hard time not making a noise.
Stairs dead.
Oh gosh. Does he roll down the stairs or does he slump in place?
Well, he sort of sinks right through his neck as he's just sort of in that sort of in-between spot as he does sort of fall to his knees and sort of collapses onto the railing of the stairs a little bit. You do notice blood just sort of dripping from the bottom of his neck as the arrow is nice and deep. He is dead.
Hates that. She hates this. Oh no.
And upon seeing that, Deadeye is going to try to grapple you, Willie, as he turns to the rest of his men and is like, "Alright, boys, time to burn this place down."
Whoa, General May!
Roll for initiative.
Hey, wait, listen. What about the workers out? How about a joke? You a fan of jokes? I got knock, hey, knock, buddy.
Roll initiative, friend.
What roll thing is initiative?
Okay.
So, D20, friend. That's 1 D20, and it's going to be, you should have also, because yeah, you have,
I got fucking good initiative.
yeah, your initiative's there.
The initiative's there.
Plus 3. So yours is whatever you rolled plus 3.
It's 20 total.
20 total. Okay. So I'll go ahead and just so that's Puddles has 20. How much did you have, Quinn?
22.
Nice.
Okay. And Willie?
15.
15.
You can do it, Willie.
Now I have to roll for Oliver.
I can't believe Puddles just one-hit KO'd her first fight.
She stabbed a man through his
Congrats, Queen.
I'm so proud of Puddles. Enzo definitely let out like one of those like low whistles, like "Woo, damn." And I want to say that before Deadeye made the call to action, he looked at him and said, "I told you should have tried a different tavern."
Puddles totally was covering eyes for a minute.
Alright.
Oh, I'm so proud of her. I love her so much.
Okay, let's see how much Oliver gets. He is dead.
Oliver, honey.
He's still weaning over that, booze. He's still weaning over the booze. Okay, let's see. Bandit Captain. Okay, he's a little better.
Hey, Dermis, did you enjoy my message that I put in chat?
I
I hated that message.
But luckily,
I'll tell you.
Oh, the one that's blurred out? Yeah, I saw that. Gosh. I read it again. Why did I read it again?
Listen, the image just made me lose my shit, and I had to curse everyone else with it.
Sure. I'm gonna use. I'll just kind of use pack tactics on the bandit goonies and. The bandit goonies. Alright. So, okay, I guess the first one on that chopping. Go ahead and just put that in the chat. First one on the chopping block is Enzo.
I'm gonna immediately go over to Big Dude, and I want to use my action to whack him with my quarterstaff, and then I already know I want to use my bonus action to whack him again with an unarmed strike.
Nice.
Ooh, okay. Do your rolls.
my fucking quarterstaff definitely hits. It's a 17 plus 5.
Let's see. 17 plus 5, you said?
If that doesn't hit his AC, I don't know what will.
17 plus 5, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Hell yeah. Oh god, I didn't get out my damage dice. Hold on. I got so pumped and I forgot the one thing I need. I didn't specify before, but if I... Okay, because I already know what I want to do. If I want to do a bonus action with, like, as an unarmed strike, does that mean I have to be using the quarterstaff one-handed? Because I don't know, does it take an action or something to switch from one-handed to two-handed with versatile weapons? Or no?
I'm gonna go ahead and call and say that you can.
So I can do this quarterstaff two-handed and then unarmed strike, or?
And then just, yeah. I'm gonna say
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Hell yeah! That means I get to roll a d8. I have to find a d8.
So how much damage did you get on the quarterstaff?
Oh, hold on, I found my d8 and then I dropped it.
Okay.
Well, hold on, that's 8 plus 3.
8 plus 3. That is 11.
Yep,
Okay.
so that's for the quarterstaff. I do 11. And then for the unarmed strike. Okay, well, there you go. The unarmed strike I got. Oh yeah, that's a 1. That's not a 7. So
1.
I miss with the unarmed strike.
So 1. So you
Yeah.
miss it. So we can just say that as you do that, you go ahead and sort of whack the guy. Yeah, you immediately try jabbing him into the stomach, which does, wind him and knock him sort of a little bit prone, but he is able to kind of, in his stumbles, sort of stumble out of the way out of your unarmed strike. Deadeye just sort of,
yeah.
But Deadeye just sort of looks at you and just sort of whispers, "You fracking, I'll pelt you, you stupid." And, he mutters that and... Oh, okay. I figured that was the case. No worries, done. It's all good. Anyway, so the next person in that initiative order is Puddles. What does Puddle do?
So nobody knows where Puddles is yet, right?
Nope. Well,
like they know
the
something
person-
happened, but they don't know.
well, the person who did know knew.
They sure did know, and now they can't tell anyone.
So a thing I can do is skip my turn, I think, right? And wait for somebody to start moving over and attack when that happens.
You could use a metagamey stuff again. You could you could use a bonus action to either, because you're still on the ceiling, you could scurry up the ceiling into a different spot. Since no one has seen you, you could just move to a different spot.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bonus action though. That'd just be your move. But I think what she's asking though is she could hold an action.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you could just skip a turn. Yeah, you could totally do that.
And
Yeah.
keep guarding the door so
You
nobody
could.
can sneak past.
That'd be Overwatch then.
Overwatch.
Snipe.
Yeah, Overwatch would just mean like if someone moves in your area, you get an opportunity attack.
Yeah, that's what she's thinking of doing. That's why she picked that spot.
Yeah, so if anyone goes through the line of those stairs, you get an opportunity attack.
She's just gonna make a mound of bodies and protect by making a fortress of
Alright.
bodies.
A fortress of corpses. We
Yes.
love it.
Willie is next.
Love to see it. Okay, so he still got a hold on me?
Not anymore.
He picked me up in like the air, right? He's holding me up.
No, he had your hand. He had his hand on your shoulder. Like he was keeping his hand on your shoulder
Okay.
and gripping it until Enzo decided to come in with the quarterstaff and. So now he's kind of holding his stomach, going, "Ooh," and he's let go.
So. Okay. Let me see what I should do. I could. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Should I cast a spell immediately? I think I will. I will. Like the big bad. The goons aren't as important. I think if I'm gonna use a spell, I'm gonna use it on this guy. So one of my traits gives me the ability to cast hideous laughter.
Mm-hmm. You gotta cast hideous laughter on him.
And I think Willie sees him holding his tummy. Yeah, sees him holding his tummy. He's like, "Hey now, come on, you want to bust the gut for real?" And he casts hideous laughter.
Okay, go ahead and cast it.
All right, so I think in order to, it's like I just cast it and then he has to succeed on a saving throw to not get affected. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think it's a wisdom saving throw, right? Can I have that clear dice?
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Which is nothing. He has 12.
He's not wise.
12. So he didn't make it. So how much damage you do? Because I think Tasha's hideous laughter
Well, the
has
thing
psychic
is-
damage, right?
It doesn't do damage. No, it makes him prone.
Oh, it permanently. Oh yeah, it makes it prone, and he has to make another will save again in order to not be prone, right? At least I think so.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's now just completely vulnerable, cannot counter anything, and it remains that way until he eventually succeeds the wisdom save.
Which is it again? 15? Was it a 15 DC?
Oh, the DC is 13.
Cool. Just wondering. Yeah, he failed his absolutely. All right, so as you say that, he looks over at you. Is like, what the fuck do you mean? No, what the fuck do you mean? I don't. What the fuck did you do? And he's just laughing, just tears coming down his face as he's just laughing.
Thermos is actually physically slumping over as he laughs.
Anyways,
He.
okay, so his goon squad are gonna come up. Luckily, most of his goon squad are kind of far away, so most of them are gonna spend their moves trying to crowd in a little closer.
Oh lord, they coming.
They coming. There is one that's kind of in Enzo's range, so he's going to be the one to try to attack, I think. Because let's see what he has. He does have a light crossbow, so he's gonna pull out his light crossbow and try to hit.
Ah, damn, I can't catch anything yet. I got so excited for a second there. I remembered I was level 1.
I was gonna say, you're
Aw.
level 1. You can't just
I
catch.
know.
Oh.
But that's okay because he rolled a 1.
Ha I catch it anyway.
I almost wish there should be a fail chart just to see what he. But I don't do fail charts. So he's just kind of hearing his captain just sort of laugh like crazy is sort of off-putting him a little bit, and he's just sort of like, and it just chings off the chandelier and into the ground near onto like a chair. It's like he whiffed it. He absolutely whiffed it.
Oh, buddy.
Okay, it's Deadeye's turn. Okay, so he can't do anything because he's laughing.
Haha, loser. Haha, everything funny. Haha,
So let's
little
see.
laughter man.
So let's see if he can break out of it. He doesn't. He rolled the 6, so he's still laughing. He's trying to go for his sword, but he's just sort of like. And he's just still just sort of laughing away. So the rotation goes right back to Enzo. Or no, it goes to Oliver.
Yeah.
Oliver. Okay, so Oliver's gonna try to go for one of the bandits.
Come on, Oliver, you can do it.
Thank you, Tiny Frog, who I don't think. Oh, no, wait, I was introduced to you. Never mind. Okay. I guess I'm gonna do it. He 9 plus 11, which is past. He misses that one, so he missed that one, but he is a knight, which means he can make 2 attacks. He also misses that
Oh, Oliver.
one. Yep. So, whoop. So he tries to, but the bandit is still like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Okay, whoop, 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 and yeah, the bandit's kind of toying with him a little bit. Oliver seems just a little bit frustrated that he whiffed it so bad. But anyways, back to Enzo.
Amazing. I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time. Hey, question.
Yes.
Do I, like, are me and Willie considered flanking?
Yep.
Cool. So, I get advantage, right?
Yep.
Amazing. One sec.
In fact, I'm gonna assume that Willie is literally just kind of right over here, where he would have moved.
Also, we would get advantage anyway because he's prone.
Because he's prone, because he's laughing. He's still haha laughing.
That is a 19, baby, for the quarterstaff.
And that should easily get past his AC, which it does. It does easily get past his AC. So roll for damage.
That is 8 damage.
Better than zippity doo dah, nothing.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Punch him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
That's an 18.
18.
Does that hit him in the face?
Or sorry, that was 18 damage. But
I
yes,
love
that's it.
being a monk and having +5 to all these things.
So yes, that does 18 does hit him. Roll for damage.
Cool.
This is a level 1 guy. Wow. He really is the muscle.
That's not even a monk's most broken ability.
Hey, Derm, guess how much damage I do with this punch to the face?
How much do you do, Quinn?
4 plus 3, 7 damage.
Yeah.
Again, better than nothing.
No, that's really good. That is the maximum amount of damage I could do.
For a fist? Yes. That's good. I mean, that's, yeah, you've... wow, you've already knocked him down to about a third of his health.
Oh, wow.
Or by a third of his health. So he still has 2/3. But anyways, so you do that, and you just... You whack him again right over the head, and you, this time while he's sort of... you just sort of... Right there in his mouth, just sort of... As blood splatters from his mouth, a couple of his teeth just sort of get knocked out. As he's holding his mouth, still laughing through the blood in his mouth down his face as he's sort of wobbling around, just... So anyways, good job.
Nice.
Puddles. What does Puddles do?
She's still overwatching.
Still
Should she
Overwatch?
get in there or?
Are you still...
It's up to you, baby.
I'm
It's
just-
what you want to do.
I'm just checking. Are you still wanting to be Overwatch?
I mean, because she's not usually a frontline fighter,
Very true. So,
and somebody needs to guard that door.
very true. So, Overwatch it is. Alright.
I have a plan if anybody gets past her.
Willie.
Hi. Do I roll to just fucking hit him? Just hit this motherfucker.
I mean, that's...
So my main weapon is the microphone. It counts as a bludgeoning weapon, basically kind of almost like a bludgeoning staff. I think was like the stats I grabbed for it.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna go 4 and swing it like a golf club against the guy's head while he's on the ground.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, he's still standing. He's stumbling. But, I mean, sure. Yep.
Okay, then he's gonna swing it up. He's gonna swing it up.
Upswing, baby.
No, instead of 4, he says, "Hey, bada bada." He says, "Hey, bada bada." Woo.
Okay, roll.
Was it just a D20? No. No.
Well, except for whatever bonuses you have, which... Yeah. But since he's still prone, you would also get advantage on the attack.
So I roll twice, and then
Yep.
would my bonus be my attack bonus?
Your bonus would be... Like your
Your
deck...
bonus, unless they have an ability for it, it should be
base.
added strength.
Yeah. So,
But yeah.
yeah, just your attack and strength modifier, I guess.
Oh, okay. Then
I have to BRB, by the way.
Yeah.
so it does not
keep
matter.
going until it gets to my
Okay.
turn again or something.
Okay.
It does not matter because I rolled a 19.
Okay, so that hits. Roll for damage.
Time to grab my D8.
Gosh, I wish she could use her poison. I'm sad that.
It's too early in her progression to use it.
Yeah.
Says a 3 plus 2, that's 5 damage.
So, you do just whack him again. And... Yep, he's still just, coughing about. Just, still laughing and coughing up blood.
Oh gosh.
Just seeing their boss. Since now he's pretty well down to... Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the will save of his goons. His goons didn't roll well. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 of his goons have just left.
Oh.
They ran. Upon seeing their boss just get his ass handed to him, they have left the tavern. Deadeye just sort of laugh and is just sort of like, you fucking cowards! So as he's doing that, let's do the one goon. Okay, so the other goon is gonna tentatively kind of come. And I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have the goon that is in front of Oliver try to shoot. He rolled 2.
Oh.
So he whiffed it. So he tries to swing. He equally misses at Oliver. It's like, oh, I dodged. Oh, I dodged.
Good at dodging, not good at hitting.
No, it doesn't appear to be. But I'm alive. And now it's to Deadeye. Let's see if he breaks the laughter. Nope.
My goodness. It's like I took all the luck with that 20 from that thing.
Well, it's still luck in that because it makes him roll bad.
Right.
So you see him try to hold his head, but he's still laughing. He's still laughing and prone. So, yep, that fucking, yeah, he's still laughing. So Oliver is gonna try. It's his turn. He's gonna try for that multi-attack again. Let's see how he do. All right. Okay, so he's going to use his action to do what is called a leadership call. He is going to call out to, let's see, it's just a single creature. Let's see, he is going to warn you because he recognizes what type of guy, what type of pirate what sort of captain he is. That he might try to attack more than once at you if he can get the chance, which counts as his leadership, his use of leadership, which now means to you, and he specifically points to Willie, that now you get a D4 on. You get an extra D4 on your rolls against this bandit.
Very epic swag. Thank you, King.
He's basically just added bardic inspiration, his own version of bardic inspiration to it. So he's just
Willie
sort of like,
gives him a big thumbs up.
Yep. Okay. So the next one should be Enzo again. I don't know if Quinn is still about.
Hi, I just got back. Is dude dead yet?
No, but
Half his men ran away.
his half his men ran away because I did a will save for his men, and half of them ran.
Amazing.
Yep. So now you're just down to him and the 3 bandits, and he's still prone. He's still prone. He's still laughing, and now Willie gets an extra D4 to his attack roll due to Oliver's leadership ability, since he's.
Oh my god.
So yep, you're just. It's basically just you and it's just Willie and Enzo just with sticks, just beating a laughing guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I told them they should try a different tavern.
You're just beating a laughing guy to death.
Speaking of, is it my turn again?
Yes. Go on ahead.
Cool! I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time.
Just see him.
Yeah, so both of these were 17, so 17 plus
okay.
5.
Oh.
I definitely hit.
At this point, it's literally just Enzo and Willie taking their big sticks and like hitting him back and forth to each other.
Okay, so that hits. So roll your damage.
And he's lucky. I only rolled a 2, so it's 2 plus 3. That's just 5 damage.
Yeah, so
Just 5 damage.
Okay. Jesus.
And then I punch him in the face again.
I punch him in the face.
Oh, would you look at that? It's a 17 plus 5, so let me just roll that damage that I already know I get to roll.
Jesus fucking Christ.
3 plus 3, 6 damage.
Oh.
How's he looking, Derm? How's he looking?
He's down to about what is effectively a fifth of his health. Or, let's see, yeah, he's below a third of his health now. He's getting there. He is. You see his body just bruised and beaten as he is still laughing. He is still stumbling, laughing as he is coughing out blood and a few of his teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Willie's kind of like, he's, playing with spins his microphone and he's like, yeah, it is pretty funny, huh, Buster? Yeah, you really are the big joke of the night.
Alright, so, Puddles, it is your turn again. You just gonna keep Overwatch still?
Yeah. It is her spot, even though it doesn't look like she's gonna have to deal with anything.
She's just sort of sitting here, just sort of upside down with a thing of popcorn and eating popcorn upside down somehow.
She's praying a lot. She doesn't like the situation.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forget that she's
Puddles,
a
I
good...
love you so much. I'm
Puddles,
so sorry.
Puddles is a good frog, so she's like, okay, maybe... You can do... Actually, you could just do a free action just to do a roleplay comment thing or something. If you're wanting to do that.
Oh, I don't know. She's just asking for forgiveness and that the souls of the departed go on safely to their destinations.
Also, Derm, I love that you had said, like, don't worry, I've got the rest of this tavern to also even out this encounter. And then it's just Enzo and Willie beating the shit out of Deadeye, and the other tavern members are just like, well,
Okay,
that's happening.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, they're just watching.
Well,
Hey, is she watching? Is she watching, or is she just upstairs? Because if she could take a peek,
Yeah.
I mean, she does come up... She does eventually come down,
Does
seeing after hundreds of, or seeing of how most of his men have just fucked off, and she sees the one dead bandit at the bottom of the stairs, just sort of like, and she sort of looks up at Puddles with her eyes, and is just sort of like, I guess I don't need to, okay.
Well, man.
Person.
Yeah. Anyway, so since Puddles is doing that, it's Willie's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna smack a motherfucker. He readies his microphone again for the big swing, and he's like, all right, I already did the baseball reference. What do I do next? How about I just fucking hit ya? And he swings it at the guy's head again, just hoping to...
And remember, you have the plus 1d4 to your roll, thanks to that leadership skill that Oliver did.
Yeah, I don't fucking need it. I
And
got an
advantage.
18.
Oh!
Wow.
Never mind. Okay, roll damage.
And does that mean that I can add the d4 to my damage?
Sure.
Is he dead yet? Is he dead yet?
I don't know how much
Hold
damage did you
on.
roll?
That is 8 damage. It is 8 because I have 4. Yeah, that's an 8.
It's getting lower into the fucking... Okay. So, you just hit him. You know exactly where to hit him because you hit him into the knee as he falls to his knees, and he's still laughing. But, yeah, he's still laughing. Still laughing. And they still see him just sort of laughing. Okay, so now it's the goons' turn. I have to roll a will for the
Can
goons.
I take like a roleplay reaction,
Sure,
or
go
do
ahead.
I have to do that before an attack?
No, you can do a flavor. What
I was just
flavor?
gonna say, when he's on his knee, when the guy gets knocked to his knees, Willie just throws his arms out and looks at the other goons like, Oh, you really want to try it? You still here? Come on, get out of here.
So they now have to roll at disadvantage to that.
Oh.
Okay, so they both met it. So they stay, although now it's like so one of the goons
There's
still
some
tries to
loyal
come up.
goons.
Yeah, these three loyal goons. So I'm gonna have one of them try to attack Oliver. Oliver should be good because he's got the knight stat block, so he should be good.
It's kind of amazing how long it took for these other goons to get across the room while their boss is just getting smacked to death very
Yeah.
slowly.
Yeah.
They're taking their time because they know they've got no chance.
Oh.
Especially this one who just whiffed his attack on fucking. Wow. He just whiffed it. He fucking. These guys are just whiffing it. They're all whiffing it. They're all just whiffing it. Okay.
They're goons. They can't be competent.
So let's have the goon. This other goon across from Enzo is gonna try to attack. What's Enzo's AC?
15.
That sure didn't mean a lot because that was 13. So he tries to. So he tried to shoot with his light crossbow. He tries to shoot. You just basically, you don't catch it, but you basically, as he's shooting it, you basically just kind of turn to the side as it flies past you and dings off like a bottle or something.
Ooh, so close.
God damn it!
Maybe you'll get me next time.
Okay, now Deadeye's turn. Oh, Deadeye's looking bloody. Let's see if he does it. Fucking shit!
Oh my god.
9! He's still laughing!
Ah!
So he's still laughing! He's holding his head again, trying to do something, just begging through tears for it to stop, but he's still laughing. At this point, this guy is like out of oxygen.
Oh.
It's okay, buddy. It'll be over soon.
So it's Oliver's turn next. Oliver's got the knight stuff, so let's see. Let's roll to knight. Bandit should only have 4. Missed the first attack. Okay, he hit it in the second attack. Second attack hit.
Oh.
So let's roll for his damage.
Go, Oliver, go! You're contributing.
You're doing so good, Oliver, baby.
So he attacks. He's got his. He's gonna pull out his greatsword. Oh wait, no, that's not his damage. I'm dumb. That's 1d10. Where's my d10s? There it is. Does 7 damage to the bandit. Okay. So he does 7 damage to the bandit with his greatsword. I mean, that's enough to cut him. So, yeah. That bandit's down to like 4 or something. So, yeah. So Oliver tries to swing again, but second time connects and slashes into the bandit's chest, causing a gash. He's like, oh! Oh! I hit him! I hit him! Yeah.
You sure did, son.
You sure did, son. Speaking of which, Enzo, your turn.
Hey, Terminus, do you want to guess what I'm gonna do?
Just do it already.
What the?
I mean, you all have basically broken the fucking bandit encounter that's supposed to be so dangerous in the book. Because
Oh,
he's
man.
got 3... Cause, yeah.
Oh man. Hey,
Yes.
Dramis.
Yeah, what did
Do you want to guess what this quarterstaff roll is?
Just do it. Just do it. What is it? What is it?
So natural 20. I'm just gonna.
That's a crit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll my damage really quick.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's so low, he's just trying to end his suffering at this point.
Okay, well it's only a 4, so that's 8 damage plus 3. That sure does make 11. 11. Yeah, that's 11 damage for the quarterstaff. How's he looking? How's he looking?
He's giving me a look right now.
So you whap and hit him again, as now, at this point, this guy's got like a... At this point, this guy barely even has rows of teeth anymore. At this point, you can count on your hand the number of teeth this man has left. But he's still, his mouth now just covered in a viscera of red and coughing, and he's still, eyes closed, a big smile, just laughing away.
This is so morbid.
As he's just, he's just laughing away. Okay, Puddles.
Oh, I still have my bonus action, Dermis.
Oh!
Don't forget.
You have your bonus action, sure. What's
My
your-
bonus action. 1 sec. I just want to check something really quick.
Are you
Hold
gonna
on.
Punch him in the face? Get rid of the last of those teeth?
Probably.
I probably am. Hold on. I just want to check something. I just want to check if I can do something really quick. Hold on. One sec.
You're just stretching this.
Well, it's supposed to be a difficult fight. It's
It
supposed to be
was.
a long, hard fight.
Until
so
Willie
it's-
broke it.
It's taking a long time.
Willie literally broke
Okay.
it.
I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see if my bite would count as an arm strike, and it would not. Natural attacks like that don't count as an arm strike. So yeah, I'm just gonna punch him in the face. One sec. It's a 12 plus 5, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Does a 17 hit, Dermis?
You technically meet his AC, so... that
Yeah,
counts.
okay, so that hits. Give me just one sec. I'm gonna roll damage.
Calvin.
Oh, okay. So that's a 4 plus 3. That makes 7 damage.
He's dead. You literally, with what remaining teeth he has, you just sort of... You see him wobbling, just... And just sort of do one last final... You hear his jaw crack and crackle with this breaking of bones as his head does one final twist along the top of his neck.
Oof.
As you basically have just twisted his neck, and now with the force of your punch, and now he is dead. He falls to the floor with a bloody thud.
Amazing. And Enzo, stands up straight, kind of like cracks his knuckles, and then he turns around to the goons, and he's like, "Who's next? Form a line, please."
Well, let's see if they do. Let's see if they do. One stays. The other one stays. No, all three of them stay. All three.
Cool, form a line.
Wow.
Okay, so Willie, what do you do? I think, because Willie's next. No, it's Puddles.
Yeah, it's Puddles next, but
You're
what's
just,
Puddles gonna do?
Puddles is just, okay, well, upon seeing that, she probably does like a hand gesture of like, okay, well, may he rest in peace, I guess.
She's praying for his passing now since he died.
Yep. Okay, so, but she still is offering that. Alright, so
Is
next,
the person we're guarding gonna stay on this floor now?
she's basically kind of by you.
Oh my
Just sort of
god!
She's just chilling now. She's like, wow.
Hanging out.
She's
with
like,
the dead
wow,
man.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna have to fuck
She's
food
checking
now.
really out. Wink.
All right. So Willie, what do you do?
Well, I'm not close enough to do another smack. I don't think.
Nope.
So, I think I know what I'll do. I do have my cantrips.
You do.
One moment, let me check the official effects of this cantrip very quickly before I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Haha. Okie dokie. So he's gonna look to the one near Oliver. Because there's one by Enzo, and he's like, yeah, Enzo can handle that. Whatever. But he sees the one by Oliver as the other nearest one.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at the goon. Anyway, I have vicious mockery. Whee!
Okay, roll vicious mockery.
You, let's see. You have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Uh-oh, it's wisdom again!
No. Okay. Unfortunately, this bandit does succeed. So.
Oh, damn!
This bandit is.
I can't just be mean to him. I
Yeah.
can't bully him.
Yeah. I mean, this bandit's confident. This bandit is confident against Oliver. He's just like, yep, I can take this fucking twerp who just slashed into my chest. No, I can take him. He's getting confident. I may be on the back foot, but I'm good.
Maybe this guy's the next in command and he's stepping up.
Yeah.
I mean, Willie tries. Willie, tries vicious mockery, and he does yell out the mean words, if nothing else. He's like, alright, bud, you really think you're gonna win this? I just beat your leader to death while he was laughing his own blood out of his body. You think you could do any better? Look at your scrawny ass compared to this guy. Come on, tough guy. Who do you think you fucking are?
I think I'm just about to become the new captain.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Confident.
So, it's the goon's turn. But, okay. The one near Oliver may think that, but let's see if the other two think that. The other one does think that. The one behind him, however, does not. This guy runs. So,
He's had enough. He's like, bye. I'm pussing out. I'd rather run and live than stand here and die, bitches.
so now it's just the two bandits left. So they're gonna try to do their thing. Cause I think, yeah, the goons are after Willie. That one whiffed it. That one also whiffed it. So they both one tried to swing their sword at Oliver, whiffed it. And the other one tried to do his hand crossbow attack again, also whiffed it on Enzo. Again, Enzo is just dodging again, and at this point, Enzo, you're probably just sort of shrugging your hands, just like, really? You did that again? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Puddles is like, you might have been able to take them on your own, I think.
Oliver. So Oliver's going to try to attack again. He's super confident. So he's going to try to attack the bandit that he's attacking. Got an hit. He hit! That didn't count.
What's that face?
Both of his multi-attacks just hit. Both multi-attacks just fucking hit. Yeah, I must have lost my...
Oh no.
Okay, well, hold on.
His books are very heavy, and they were on an empty garbage can. So it's very light.
Lost a dice too. Did you find it?
No.
once again. Anyways, Oliver just cleaved that bandit in two.
I'm so proud of Oliver.
So he took his great sword, and as that one's like, I'm just about to become the new captain. Sliced in half, then down the middle. He was literally just sliced like a block of cheese.
Oh my gosh.
Willie does something akin to the pog face, like, whoa! And then just cheers, like, hell yeah!
And he's just sort of like, his wife was like, he's adrenaline. He's pure adrenaline.
Oh no.
He's tasted blood. Anyways, and so, I'm just gonna give you I'll give you advantage on the last move. Just take him out.
Cool! Hold on. 15 plus 5, that's a 20. Does it hit or miss?
Yes, it does. Go ahead.
Cool. That's 9 damage with the quarterstaff.
Yep, and I'm betting you're wanting to do punchy punch, so do
Oh,
your
you
punchy
know
punch.
I am.
Yep.
Do I get advantage on that too?
Yep.
Yay!
Because at this point, he just saw his buddy get vivisected. And... yeah.
Okay, well, he's lucky because the highest I rolled was a 5, plus 5 is a 10, so I'm gonna assume that doesn't meet AC.
Nope.
Well, then I missed my punchy punch.
Getting too
But-
cocky.
Yeah, I got a little too cocky.
Yeah. So...
No, no, wait. I go. Can I say I go for the punch and instead of hitting, like I make the move to hit and then I stop and I look at him and I say last chance.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, that's more. Roll for intimidation.
Okay, hold on. I gotta see what my intimidation is. Oh, good. It's nothing.
Oh no.
9.
What did you just get?
2. So that was enough for him. At this point, he's done. He drops his scimitar and is just sort of like, his hands in the air, just sort of like, don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me.
Enzo smiles and he uncurls his hand out of a fist and he reaches over and he gently pats his shoulder and then he grips his shoulder and he says, "Get the fuck out of here and don't bother Tarina again. Okay? Bye-bye."
And he's gone. He bolted. We won! We won!
Oh, that was a little more brutal than I was expecting, but good job, team.
Willie, he, wipes his hands together like ta-ta-ta, like a job well done. He's like, yeah, what did I say? I know how to handle a tough crowd.
Alright, by the way, for those of you who are wanting to, if you're wanting to loot his body a bit,
I sure am.
so let's see. He has various
Yeah,
other...
Willie's got other things in mind, so go ahead, Enzo.
Yeah, you go fuck Tarina. I'm gonna get the gold.
So he does have a white pearl necklace set that is worth about 125 gold pieces. And 2 gold necklaces as well, for each worth about 25 gold pieces. and then a money pouch that had 32 gold pieces and 15 silver pieces.
Ooh, you loaded.
Yeah, how many in the pouch?
32 gold pieces.
And 15 silver?
Yep.
Amazing. We'll take that.
Probably go ahead and just take a picture of the loot that you got from Jedi. So give me one memento. iPhone, yes. All right, let's just do that. You also do find what seem to be keys, or basically, you kind of find a deed on him that's to something called the Uncivil Serpent, which is a ship outside. However, bear in mind again, you would need an entire crew for that ship, and yeah, it would be a whole thing. Anyways, there you go. So there you go.
Hell yeah!
So you win, and you know, Tarina is just sort of like, oh, looks like Zodge knew what he was doing when he trusted you lot. And as she saunters over and gives a good tap onto Willie's shoulder, and she sort of winks over at him, and is just sort of like, I'll be sure to handle your reward later there, champ.
Help, my connection died. I heard nothing for the past
Oh no!
Okay.
Don't worry, Willie's gonna get fucked.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, good thing. She basically did a tap on Willie and was like, and don't worry, Tiger, your reward will be coming. But what she does look over to the rest of you as you all, I'm guessing, just sort of gather around her a little bit. There you go. And she looks to you and is just like, right, so, the cultists. So several blocks northwest of here is a public bathhouse that has a walled-off garden and frolicking nymphs carved into the front gates. Followers of the Dead Three have been coming and going from the bathhouse, and I'm told that there's a secret door inside that leads to some sort of dungeon underneath. That'll be where the killers are hiding.
Oh, doll. You've been a great help.
And thanks for protecting my hide. And good luck with the rest of your mission there, Sugar. But now, hand on shoulder leads you up to the top.
He looks back at the others and he's like, I'll see y'all later. I gotta... Well, that's all, folks.
Oh my gosh!
Enzo rolls his eyes and says, I guess we'll meet you there.
And that is where we end that session. And also, congratulations, because that was enough to earn you to level 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, level 2.
Level 2.
Level 2.
Finally, I have key points.
Finally, you now have key.
I have to research more spells.
Now I can punch harder.
Nice.